What's going on, guys? Andrew Hayes here, back with another review. And today I'm reviewing A Ghost Story, which is directed by David Lowery, the director of the live action version of Pete's Dragon, and stars Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck. And it's about Casey Affleck's character who ends up dying, and he comes back as a ghost, and it's about a certain journey. He has to go find something. Now, I know that's pretty vague. I want to keep it as vague as possible because honestly, I didn't really know what this was about. And the only reason I was aware of this movie is I saw the trailers. So, it was playing in my local theater, and, I decided to check it out. Um, and it's by A24. They're very well known for making these indie movies. They did Moonlight last year, which won Best Picture, and my personal favorite by them is Ex Machina, and A Ghost Story is another one made by them. And so generally I really like these. They're for the most part I like their movies. Now the performances, I will say Casey Affleck and Rooney Mara, I think they're really great. They're really great performances, and this movie is told in such an unordinary way, unconventional way, that it may turn some people off. I could, if someone told me that they saw this and they didn't like it, I could understand. I personally did end up liking it, and and I'll tell you why. Like I said, the performances for Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck are great, and there's very minimal dialogue spoken, and I really like that. There are some sequences in this movie that are absolutely incredible. They're absolutely haunting, sad, incredible. They were making me feel so many types of emotions. Honestly, they were incredible, especially one where Rooney Mara, because Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck, they're married in this. They're a married couple, so how do you think one would react if their husband died? And it just she was on the floor eating some pie, and that for those who have seen it and know who I'm talking about, that was a truly incredible sequence. And I just this movie could be a bit confusing. I was kind of confused by this movie. I had to think about it a little bit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like I like it when a movie gets me to think and about what it's about, like what do certain things mean, and I really like that. So it didn't like confuse me. It took me a little bit to figure out what was going on, and I kind of really like that, because when when I walked out of the theater, I was like, oh, that's fine. But the more I actually really thought about this movie and kind of figured out what it was about, what Casey Affleck was searching for in this movie, I actually ended up liking it a lot more. Like the more I thought about it, the more I liked it, and I just think that it just does that very well as well. And like I said, some of the like the cinematography and the score is amazing. There's a particular song, and it's called. I've been listening to it. Oh, it's called "I Feel Overwhelmed." It is in the trailers, and it does play throughout the movie quite a bit. And I think that's a really incredible song. Like the score is just amazing. So is the cinematography, and the visuals are awesome. And just like I said, a lot of the sequences are very haunting and incredible, because it's about Casey Affleck as a ghost. Like after he dies, he doesn't say anything. So a lot of it is just him following, him searching for something, him walking around a lot, and I just find that very haunting. And now I do have a few problems with it. The pacing was a little off at times, I believe. Like there were some parts where I was bored at, and I'm like, all right, I just kind of felt the runtime a little bit. It's not too long. I think it's an hour and a half, and it felt a little longer than that, I will say. And after a certain point in the movie, I'm not gonna say what it is, but after a certain point, I would say about the first third of the movie, uh, is when that starts to happen, and I just wasn't as interested in the rest of the part as I was in the that first part. But the ending I thought was really well done. It gets you like that. Like I said, the ending gets you like to think, well, what does this really mean and whatnot. And yeah, I overall really enjoyed this movie. It's not my favorite A24 movie. It's not one of my favorites of the year, but I do really like it. Like I said, Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck do really, really good. I think the directing is done well. The cinematography and the visuals and the score are really done well. But like I said, it did have a bit of a tough time trying to keep my interest, and that's where it kind of the faults I have with it. And I do give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Please comment, like, subscribe, do all that kind of fun stuff. And until next time, guys, see you soon.